going on, YouTube? Pat here again, driving to work on a messy Friday morning. I'm driving my 97 Subaru Legacy Brighton, 2.2 liter, $500 Craigslist find. Had blown head gaskets, but I thought I had fixed it, but I think I might have put on one of the heads loose, so it actually starts to warm up after a while. Usually never gets too hot, it occasionally does, but usually it's, it remains drivable. If it gets too hot, if I turn on the heat, it'll actually go down to operating temp and stay at that for the rest of the drive. Kind of weird, but this is my daily, and because basically the Impreza was my daily, and I turned that into a race car. So this replaced that. I'll probably start to warm up here as I get on the freeway to go to work. But what I'm looking to do with this is I might be doing some tasteful upgrades to it. I kind of want to do some of the typical Subaru owner stuff to this. So I'm not really doing that to the Impreza. Like, I want to put on a unequal length header and all that. But the main thing I'm kind of looking into doing is a lot of the guys that build 2.2s and like are getting, people that do stuff like get ready for like Rally America and stuff like that to run open light. And open light, you have a 2.5 liter displacement limit on an all-wheel drive car. So what a lot of those guys do is they'll take 2.2 heads and put them on a 2.5 block, and then you get a high compression 2.5 liter. I was kind of thinking I might do that to this. I mean, that might be a better alternative for me to have a motor sort of like half built out of the car, and I'll just like swap over the accessories and my intake manifold. And apparently, I won't talk about that yet, but apparently some people suggested running like some sort of tuning on it, but the majority of people say that running it on the stock ECU and stuff will be fine. So I'm just going to do that. But I don't know if you guys remember or not, but I also have one of the only Subaru to Megasport adapters in existence, and it's specifically designed for this pinout of ECU. Same one that was in the Impreza, the 2.2 liter J whatever pinout, the super rare one that nobody can tune. I have that adapter, and I can basically plug and play a Megasport if I wanted to. I may not, or I may if I get bored just to play with it, see what I can do. But yeah, I mean, like that harness is wired to like control ignition and everything. So I mean, I could do like full timing control and stuff. So I mean, that'd be cool. I saw that there was a guy that got like 190 horsepower out of that setup on their L. So I just turned the corner. So that's kind of the plans for that. I mean, like I said, this is my daily, but I want to build a better motor for it. So now the next question is, where will I get heads? Well, I actually have the 2.2 motor from my Impreza already. I mean, it's just in the garage. The heads are already off of it, or the heads are off of one side. So I'm gonna send those heads out to make sure they get cleaned and milled down if they need to be. For the most part, I've done a lot of Subaru head gaskets, and for the most part, usually the heads aren't warped in any way. But sorry, trying to concentrate on driving as well as talking, and driving at 5 speed. So, but I want to get those heads sent out to be cleaned. But for the most part, from what I've experienced, the heads are usually don't get warped when they overheat in a Subaru. I've done enough to see that happen. Now I'm gonna run. There's another thing that's kind of up for debate, but the main guy that I read that sort of like detailed everything that he did, he ran the SOHC 2.5 liter head gaskets. Another guy said that there's a special part number that you can order at Cometic if you give them a call. You call like one specific rep. I forget the guy's name, but if you call Cometic, name drop this guy, you get transferred to his desk, and he has a special part number set aside for like they're metal head gaskets, but they're the 2.2 like pattern, if that makes sense. So I might do that, but honestly, I'd rather just go with using the 2.5 liter metal head gaskets. But because I mean I use those on my Forester, and those head gaskets are awesome. They're made by Felpro, but I mean they're a multi-layer metal head gasket, and damn, those things were thick and strong too. So I mean we measured them with the caliper. They have some definite meat to them. So I'll see if I can use that. If not, I'll call Cometic, because apparently that entire head gasket kit is not very expensive. So I'm finding that a lot of NA tuning stuff is not very expensive. I spent way too much money on my failed turbo project. Speaking of my failed turbo project, if you know anybody that wants an EJ22T block, I'm having trouble selling it on RS25. Nobody will buy it from me. But that's not really for any reason. Apparently nobody's interested in it right now. So yeah, if you know anybody that wants one, like I'm kind of looking. I'll trade you straight up for a good condition EJ25 NA block. You know, I'm cool with that. Doesn't need to be, you know, special. I'm kind of aiming for, I mean, around 100,000 miles, or less, if I can do that. I don't really want a 250,000 mile block. Although there's one for sale that I'm kind of tempted to buy because it's the only one I can find. But yeah, I don't think the car's overheated at all on my entire drive to work. I'm almost to work right now. But yeah, I mean, like always, I'll put up another video here soon. Go ahead and subscribe if you're interested. I don't want to force that upon you. Kind of learning how, you know, douchey that is. But you know, you can always follow me on Twitter if you want to find out what I'm up to. Also, I have my rally blog, dirthoon.com. We got hacked recently, but we're back up again. So if you're interested in North American Rally, but specifically Rally America and the Global Rallycross Series, that's kind of what I focus on, or the Global Rallycross Series, as I call it. So I'm right around the corner from work, so I'm going to put the camera down, and I'll probably upload this later today, maybe even at work. So yeah, I hope you found this was it 8 minute and 30-second rant about my daily somewhat informative. See ya.